business process in the sync mode or in the async mode. Okay, in the same way we have another service. Okay, we have another service called the invoke service. Okay, called the invoke subprocess service. Okay, using this service you can invoke another business process from your current business process, right? And your current business process is called as a parent business process, and the call business process is called as child business process. So what I'm saying is, you have invoke sub business process service, using which okay using which using invoke sub business process service you can invoke other business processes. Okay, so this business process which is calling other business process is called parent business process, and these are called child business process. Okay, and you will be using invoke sub business process. In using the invoke sub business process, you can invoke other business processes from your business process. Okay, now I will say from your parent business process, and this becomes the child business process. Okay, now invoke service. Okay, so now understand invoke sub business process service. Now it's important to understand because we use this service a lot. Okay, and this service has three modes. Okay, this service has three modes in which it can invoke the child business processes. Okay, what are those modes? Let's understand that. Okay, so this is where you are using your invoke service, invoke sub process service. Okay, you invoke this one, and then you invoke this one, depending on, I mean, if you want to invoke another business process. Okay, sorry, not like this. Okay, so using one invoke service instance on your business process, you can invoke only one business process, one child process. So this, from this business process you want to invoke this business process. Okay, from this business process you want to invoke this second business process, right? So you have to invoke, you have to use invoke sub business process service. This is the first thing. Second, when you invoke this child business process, okay, so because this BP, this business process is invoking, right? So we called it as parent business process, BP, and we call this process as a child BP. Okay, this is your parent BP and this is your child BP. Got it? And second, there are 3 or 4 ways in which you can invoke the child BP from your parent BP. First is sync. Okay, in sync business process, what happens? Okay, parent business process invokes or calls the child business process like this. Hmm. But your parent business process will not move to the next step until your child business process completes its execution. Okay, so that is called the sync business process. At this point it invokes this BP, and your parent business process will wait until your child business process completes its execution. Okay, and one more thing. Now say suppose this business process has some process data. Okay, A, B, C, right? When your parent business process invokes the child business process, your child business process will not automatically get ABC, right? It will run with its own process data. So if you want your child business process to use some of the information from the process data of the parent, then you have to pass that information to your child, right? And how to do that, we will see that. Okay, we have a tag called the message to child. So you have to use that element tag to pass the information to your child business process. Okay, so just now remember, in case of the sync business process, your child parent business process stops and it starts execution again when your child business process finish its execution. Okay, then you have async business process. Okay, then you have async business process. In case of async business process, what happens? Your parent business process invokes the child business process, right? And it moves on. Your parent business process does not wait for child business process to stop. So actually what happens, your both business process runs simultaneously. Okay, it invokes and jump to the next step, and it will run, and this will also run simultaneously. So this is your async. Got it? But again, if there is some data available in the process data of your parent business process, that data will not be available to the child, because it will run its own context, it will run its own its own process data. So if you want the process data of your parent BP to be available or to accessible to your child, then you have to pass that information to your child using the message to child functionality, message to child element in the process data. Okay, so this is your async business process. Similarly, we have one more mode called the inline. Okay, if your parent business process calls a child business process in the inline mode, okay, then what happens? Your all the steps, okay, all the steps your child business process will be executed as a part of your parent business process. Okay, say suppose your parent business process has A, B, C, and then invoke, and then it has D, E, and F. And your child business process has steps something M, N, O, P. Parent business process is invoking your child business process in the inline mode. Okay, so what will happen when this business process, your parent business process, when will be executed? It will first invoke, it will do A, B, C, and then it will go here, right? It will, because of the invoke, it will go to the child BP and it will run M, N, O, P, and then it will come back, right? It will do D, E, F. Okay, and everything will be done by the same thread, right? It's it You can assume inline mode as you have copy all your code from the child BP and you have placed it in the business parent BP, right? In case of the inline, you do not need to pass the process data information to the child business process, because this step M, N, O, and P will be executed as the part of your parent BP only. So these steps will have full access to process data of your parent. Okay, these steps M and OP, these steps will have full access to the process data of your parent BP. Okay, because in case of the inline mode, your called business process run as a part of parent business process. Okay, so that's it. This is all about your invoke uh, sub process service. Okay, now let's go and see what it is. Okay, let's run this business process, let's write this business process in the text editor. Okay, instead of in the GPM. So because you need to learn both ways, right? So to do that, just open a text editor. Okay, and what normally at least I do, because I do not remember all the tags and everything, right? All the name of services and other details. So what I normally do when I write the business process in the notepad, in the XML pad or text editors, right? I copy the activities and or the basic construct of your of your business process from some other business process, right? For example, this one, right? So I know that I have to have a process tag, right? So I will write the process tag. If process tag starts, it also need to end, right? So this is my process tag is ending. In the process tag, we write the name of BP, right? So this is where I will write the name of my business process. So name of my business process will be okay. Then this is start and this is start end. Hmm. Inside the start and start end, we have a sequence. So I will take a sequence. Okay. Now I want to invoke the service, another business process. Invoke. This is invoke. This is where invoke business process is called, right? So what I will normally do, I copy the code from another business process and I customize this as per my requirement. Okay, but again you have to know the meaning of all these uh, parameters. Okay, so invoke mode, they are saying the inline, but again you can also use the sync or async. Okay, I will show you one, you can look at the others by yourself. Okay, WFB name, this is the name of business process which you want to execute. So I have to write the name of business process here. But if name of business process is in some element in the process data, then we use the from. As you know, I have already explained you, right? So which business process I want to invoke? I want to invoke, say, suppose this business process, zip unzip test. Okay. Now you know that zip unzip tag test business process, right? Zip unzip test business process need a primary document. Let's see how it works. must terminate by the end tag. So I forgot to add the end tag. Okay, now it's right. Click on next. Click execute. Okay, so you can see here easily my invoke service has run and it has invoked the zip unzip test. But because zip unzip test has a compress service, right, which need a primary document, right? It needs a primary document to compress, right? So because there is no document to compress, your business process is failing. But the point is, if you see your parent BP, right? The parent BP is what BP? Invoke test. This BP and your child BP is being run in the same context, in the same process data, in the same as a part of one business process, right? And everything will be invoked by the single thread. Okay. Now let me run this again with a document, so that it becomes the primary document and your decompressed service satisfied. 05 entry. Okay. Hmm. Which service I'm invoking? Zip unzip test, right? Now I have to see the what is the default version, because in the default version actually it need a zip file, because action is compress, decompress, right? So that is why it was failing. Okay, so let me make this version as a default. I mean, when we invoke, I can invoke whatever version I want, right? But when your BP is executed automatically, right, then your SI always invokes the default version of that BP. So default version was set to this, so this version was getting invoked. But now I want to invoke this version. See, but the point, if you see everything, you see, you can see it here, right? You can see everything here. Okay, and your compress service, okay, your child business process is able to access the primary document that is available in the process data of the parent BP. That is the main advantage of the inline service, inline invoke. Okay, so and you can see everything here. Now if I just change the mode from inline to sync,